Tôi xin trân trọng kính chào quý vị khán giả. Kính thưa quý vị, trong chương trình ngày hôm nay chúng tôi xin được gửi đến quý vị một số cuộc phỏng vấn mà chúng tôi đã thực hiện được cùng với phóng viên Christine Anh Thơ. Trước hết thì tôi xin được gửi đến quý vị cuộc phỏng vấn giữa tôi với nữ đạo diễn người Anh Quốc, đó là nữ đạo diễn Alexandra McGuinness. Gốc gác của cô là đến từ bên Ái Nhĩ Lan. Cuốn phim mới nhất của cô với tựa đề là LOTUS EATERS, và LOTUS EATERS trình bày một đoàn diễn viên trẻ dẫn đầu bởi nữ tài tử Antonia Campbell Hughes, là một cựu người mẫu thời trang. Cũng có phần xuất hiện của Johnny Flynn là ca sĩ chính của nhóm nhạc dân ca rock Johnny Flynn and the Sussex Wit cùng với Ben Northover, thưa quý vị. Người xuất hiện trong một số phim được nhiều khen ngợi bao gồm như là phim Kidnapped Abroad và Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Xin mời quý vị khán giả theo dõi với Tô Uyên cuộc nói chuyện giữa chúng tôi với nữ đạo diễn Alexandra McGuinness cho phim LOTUS EATERS.
I have to say, let me say that I was so impressed with how elegant and stylish LOTUS EATERS is. I'm just amazed and mesmerized by the cinematography of this film. The actors in this film, they were all really good. There were one Asian actress, and I guess her name is Jae Choi. Jae Choi. She was really good too, very natural. I have never seen an Asian actress or actors that live in Ireland, so it's like very new to me watching this film. What prompted you to decide to go all black and white for LOTUS EATERS?
Well, I mean, the film is actually set in London and was shot there. We shot 1 week in Ireland as well because we had some Irish funding. But the choice of black and white, I think, was a kind of twofold decision. I think it was, we wanted the film to have a unique style, both in the cinematography and in the cutting style, also in the performances. It has a kind of hyper real identity, hopefully, and so the black and white hopefully distances the audience slightly, but we were inspired by like fashion photography, and it allowed us to move around a lot and to create texture, and to my cinematographer and I, it was a decision, from day one that we decided that we'd shoot in black and white and create this look.
It's a universal theme, so therefore we all can relate to her characters. It doesn't matter if she's a model, you know, trying to leave modeling and pursue acting, but we all somewhat going through that in our own lives at some point. So it's very, I think it's very common, but the reality is, can we overcome the obstacles, or can we, you know, realize that this is not good for us, that we must leave this behind and find a path that we must do good for our future.
Yeah,
yes.
and I think there's humor in it as well, because, you know, she's a terrible actress, and there's an audition scene in the movie where she goes in and she's also kind of reeling from like an emotional upset in her life, but you know, you see that this hope that she has to become an actress is really not a good decision, because she's really not good. She's bad, and she's floundering. So I think there's comedy in the story as well, and I think sometimes people have not really been able to see the comedy because it has like an unhappy ending possibly, and but you know, there's really high energy scenes, there's a lot of music, there's a lot of fashion in the film.
Yes.
And I think, you know, like a show, like I think I was watching Girls recently, and I think that has similar themes that run through it. You know, that there's like these girls that are kind of messing up, and you know they feel they're entitled to succeed, like in their early on in life when they're making kind of bad decisions and that sort of thing. And it's, you know, it's funny, and I think that it's really well written. But you know, I think
somewhat tragic, I think.
Yeah, you know, it manages to be tragic and comic at the same time, and hopefully Lotus Eaters manages the same kind of balance.
So key to this film is the amazing performance of the lead actress, Antonia Campbell-Hughes, leading, of course, a very good ensemble cast. How did you decide that Miss Campbell was the right role for this film, along with Johnny as well?
Yeah, Johnny Flynn. Yeah. Well, Antonia I've known since we grew up together in Ireland, and then she started acting, and I saw she had a TV show in the UK called Lead Balloon that I saw, and then recently she's been in, well, not so recently now, but she was in Bright Star that Jane Campion directed, and Albert Nobbs, and I think she's doing a Showtime series that Ridley Scott's directing. So she's doing really well, and I think she's an excellent actress. And Johnny Flynn, I saw a YouTube clip that he was singing with Laura Marling, a singer-songwriter, and I just think he's just an amazing both singer and actor, and I think he just adds such a heart to the film. And I think one of the kind of emotional keystones of the film is an acoustic performance that he does of a Magnetic Fields song, Papa Was a Rodeo, and at that point the film kind of stops and changes direction, and it's not a love song, but because it's slightly ironic, the message of the song. So I think that that's one of my favorite moments of the movie.
So growing up as the daughter of U2's manager, Paul McGuinness, your dad, were you exposed to some of the behaviors that we see in your Lotus Eaters movie?
No, not really. I mean, they you know, they all have families, and you know, they have a really nice touring environment and everything, and they're all very nice people. So
they don't live the wild life of us, the rock stars that we hear so much. You know, 70s and 80s and 90s. They seem very down to earth, very humble.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So that's why, in a way, that you watch, you know, your father work with them, and you kind of have the music part in your
also,
blood.
he's a businessman, you know, so it's kind of, you know, it's the other side of it, pushing paper.
So now, what's your next project?
I have a movie that is due to shoot before the end of the year in the UK and Berlin, which is about a director making a film in Germany who's married to a much older German director, and the film falls apart because of she loses her mind.
Oh no! And would you ever do acting, or are you just gonna stay behind camera?
No.
Because you do have the look of an actress.
I started off acting, and I very quickly realized
it's not you.
Yeah, not for me.
Because I'm just letting you know you have the look of an actress. So give it a try if you ever decide to.
I don't think so.
Well, thank you so much, Alexandra.
Thank you. Very nice to meet you.
Likewise.